Philippine Health Insurance Corporation is already running out of funds. During the Senate hearing on Tuesday, PhilHealth's acting senior vice president Nerissa Santiago says PhilHealth will run into deficit in 2021 and in 2022 may already stop operations. Santiago blames this on the low collection and the increased payouts during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Are you saying that in 2022 there will be no more PhilHealth?
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, that grows me worrisome if this, if PhilHealth official says by 2022 PhilHealth will go out of existence.
We can only survive with additional contributions coming from the government.
Meanwhile, Senator Ping Lacson says some hospitals were given millions of pesos for COVID-19 response, even if they barely have any COVID cases, were not accredited and have pending cases. The money released came from a 30 billion peso fund meant for hospitals treating COVID-19 patients. Lacson says 226 million pesos under the fund were released to dialysis centers and 4 million pesos to maternity clinics with no COVID-19 patients. But PhilHealth officials say the fund is meant to help all hospitals and clinics which are affected by the pandemic, not just those with COVID patients.
Because they appealed to us that the patients needed to be taken care of. We have about 50,000 dialysis patients.
No, we're not dealing with dialysis. We're talking of COVID-19.
Opo. But they said that these are people with comorbidities.
Anak ng baka.
PhilHealth Board member Alejandro Cabading claims PhilHealth President Ricardo Morales approved the procurement of hundreds of millions of peso worth of IT equipment, many of which are allegedly overpriced. One example cited is the Adobe Master Collection software, which only cost 160,000 pesos, but were priced by PhilHealth at 21 million pesos each. Another are the application servers and licenses, which have a proposed budget of 40 million pesos, but are actually only worth 25 million pesos. PhilHealth also planned to buy structured cabling at 5 million pesos each, but are actually only worth 500,000 pesos each. Cabading says he brought up the internal audit on these overpriced procurements before the Execom, but they never acted on this. But for Morales, these IT projects are above board.
Masyadong blatant, masyadong brazen. Hubris ang tawag dito. Na ganitong kalaki yung overprice, hindi na natatakot na mabubuko. Alam nyo, yung here and there 5% na meron ng notice of award, lumalabas 62,000. Nasaan na yung kaluluwa ng mga gumagawa nito?
Cabading and former PhilHealth anti-fraud legal officer Thorson Montes Keith say that a mafia is behind this corruption. They claim that the mafia includes executive committee members of PhilHealth, but they all deny this allegation. Keith also accuses Morales of coddling or protecting those involved in the corruption. Morales, however, denies this. Morales admits, though, there is corruption in PhilHealth. In fact, he says last year, PhilHealth lost 10 billion pesos to corruption and may lose another 18 billion pesos this year if this is not addressed. Joyce Ila, CNN Philippines.